We are live today. Today, our topic is about Tesla trip we made from Salt Lake City, Utah to Menai and around California, Los Angeles, town around Los Angeles. We went there for a conventions. So one was some of the beautiful convention we went there. So my experience about driving a Tesla car, it was so good. Firstly, if you're driving Tesla or any electrical car for a long distance, you gonna save good money. So it's better to drive electrical car. If you can afford it to buy it, that's really good. You don't have to drive in town in the city. But for the long distance I did, we went from we travel like sometimes like 12 hours and spending 12 hours going back, 12 hours coming back, something like $160. So that's incredible because the same trip I have a friends did it and they spent $700 just with cars and he had a SUV or deal. And then I think many people can experience of a trip. You're gonna spend a lot of money for traveling like that. I think if you use a car like a little car like Tesla or those marquee or lifts, so what you have to do every time you're traveling, you don't have to use all your. If you want to save more and more, just use half of the charge. Put another charge. So when you stop someplace, you charge half, you use half, you charge half, you use half, and then you can be amazed how you can save money. Because we did that coming back, we was charging only a little bit. It was spending like $10, $9. It was so amazing. So driving with Tesla for the Tesla at a electrical car for long distance is gonna be a good bet. So I hope uh, we're gonna vote the law about electrical cars so we can help everybody to use this car because in 2035, I repeat again, we everybody will be obliged to drive electrical vehicle in America, and people will be afford it because we are like 14 years from now. So I think that people will afford electrical car in America because right now, when you see a Leafs, Nissan Leafs in 2017, that car was costing like $17,000, $17,000. But the same car now is costs $6,000 to $5,000. You can find it. So that means even the Tesla today it costs $45,000. The same car in the next 5 years, in the next 8 years, it's gonna cost like $50,000 or even less. So for me, I think that people will be affording about a car. Electric car is better for the energy, better for the world. I think if we want to save the world fighting about climate change, I think we need a electrical car. We need solar power. We need those energy. So I think that the oil business there's a lot of pollution there. So it's not really bad for us to still using those kind of vehicle. I know I have my vehicle, I'm paying for for gasoline, but I know it's not really safe. So I'm pollute the world every single time we use that. It's not really good. I think that we need to shift as soon as possible. I need to shift as soon as possible in the electrical car because it's very dangerous for the world. And then I think we hope that the government can afford a big bill for that, so people can afford it as soon as possible. This is what you see in California. In California, in 2035, they won't build any more cars for gasoline car with gas as gasoline. So that's a good decision. The same decision they took in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, you don't have to drive also those cars anymore. So in 2025. So there's a lot of bills coming up. Gonna be helping people. I know people will say, "Well, it's expensive." Yeah, now it's expensive. Those cars, but in the future, you want to be expensive because even in the General Motors, they're rolling uh, with electric car. I think they say that after 2025 or 30, they won't just producing electric cars. So if General Motors kind of with this idea to bring a lot of cars in the markets, so I think people will, with a good price and things like that, many people will afford. So if you have money, you want to shift so you want to spend money like $20,000 or more or $30,000. I will recommend you to buy a electric car. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be really good for you to save gas. It's gonna be a really good experience for you to buy this car. And then not just Tesla. There's a lot of vehicles. There's Tesla. There's Mercedes. There's BMW. They have electrical car. There's a Nissan electrical car. There's like a Kia. They came with electrical car. There's a Nissan. There's a Toyota. They came with electrical car. There's a Honda. They came with electrical car. There's a Toyota. Chevy. They came with electrical car. All those brands. They got electrical car now. And even those new brands like Refine, and then there's so many little car in the market. It's like they're coming, so there's no really excuse for those who got money right now. For those who don't have money, that's normal. That's normal. So I know it's expensive. Uh, we got excuse there. But for those who can afford it and still driving a car, it's just a choice, man. It's just a choice. Because people make a choice for what they need, because they're speeding. People think that little cars don't speeding very good. Things like no, they can find cool cars speeding really good. People like speed, everything. You can find it in little car now. So there is everything. I remember I drove. I took a little car about lift to go to work. And then that guy said, "Hey, do you want to see the speed of this car?" I said, "Yes." Oh my, it was so good, man. It was so good. It was damn fast. It was really fast. So the world is changing. Get together. So don't working for progress. My goal here is to help people to empower folks, be together, united, fighting for faith, fighting for the economy of people, fighting for to moving people forward. This is what we want. So the green energy is good things, and we really ask thank you to the Tesla community, Tesla nations, Elon Musk, and then all people around him who are studying electrical car, Martin, Luc, Matthew. They are the ones studying the electrical vehicle in the past, and then I know Ford will be the first electrical car a long time ago, but they didn't continue with the project. But the other people continue about that project, and then we see Tesla coming up with that project of General Motors. But we encourage people stay connected. We got a lot of news to in our channels. We are here to empower people, to help people to grow, to help people to move forward, to encourage people. And this is what we can do here in this channel. So this one, we got a name. We will be have a name so very soon. The name will be to empower society, to empower people. Thank you.